respond to what you want through your decision. As
So that song, if you look at the lyrics, it sounds like it starts off like, "Hey, don't be lying. I've been, good to my boyfriend." But as it goes on, it starts like explaining, "Well, he's been gone a long time. It's been really hard." Like, and I'm like, were you faithful? My friend's back and he's gonna and using things that are so playable. I don't think that's a bad thing. For the M&Ms. Oh, okay. I will. But the other one wasn't. Yeah, with the appointment fee. So even if we had to go up and get it like twice a month for whatever reason, just because you need a stronger, it's still going to be cheaper. Well, it's not like I'm waiting for you for something. Oh, I'll put it here. The rendezvous with Virgil.
It's silent as a tomb. I hope we aren't too late. If Virgil's not about, he's like to be in the training grounds depths. There's a lift that will take us lower, located behind the door next to Marcel's.
a relief to see a friendly face. Do come up.
Yeah.
Virgil! Ah, thank the architect I found you intact. We visited the Supreme Arbiter's office in Central Control and found something impossible.
Impossible?
Is it the buff guy from
Why is it
that gym
impossible?
picture you showed me the other day?
So that you may claim ignorance as to the truth of what you've uncovered? Fine. If you're still so thick-skulled, Tristan, then I can see I've no choice but to confess. Hold. Do you hear movement?
Attention, Arbiter Virgil Montag. Under the jurisdiction of the Council, we stand to bring you low. Do not resist.
Damnation. I knew the Sentinels were looking for me, but I did not expect they would come to this place. We
It
have no
is
choice
Saturday.
but to fight. I can operate our turrets from this location, but you must engage the Sentinels head-on to prevent our being overwhelmed. Go now.
Arbiter Montag, lay down your arms. Surrender and die.
What? Oh.
Those fools were but an expeditionary force. I've no doubt the bulk of their number remains on the surface. I shall take an alternate path to prepare a surprise for our would-be assailants. Then I shall flank them as you engage them.
Hold. You were beginning to say something before we were ambushed. I would care to hear it.
We cannot have this conversation until we are safe. Engage those on the surface and I shall join you. Go now.
We shall stay.
Virgil, enough! Our being at odds with the Council is one thing, but that was a small army! What have you done?
You already know whether you're willing to admit it or not. Do you sincerely have a need for me to spell it out before you'll face the truth? Very well then. Tristan, you stand before the murderer of the Supreme Arbiter.
I don't believe this. The Council must have captured you and sent you to mental refreshment. It's the only...
Open your eyes, Rao. Those Sentinels were here with due cause. The elimination of a murderer. The Supreme Arbiter was planning to send a message in her final moments, pledging allegiance to the
HomePod.
Council.
I think it's
bore
my
witness
white
to
one.
those
I
final
think it's
moments?
on its last. It just will stay connected, and then it will reset, and it can't connect my phone to it sometimes.
I did what I thought was just.
No. You lied to me?
I had to. I knew that if you learned
plug
what had
it.
transpired, why I did what I did, it would destroy you.
Would it? Or were you just trying to save yourself from my wrath?
With the demands this war has made on us all, I've not seen our mentor for some time. My visit was meant to be a surprise. Unfortunately, it was. I overheard her decision to align herself with the Consul before she realized I was there. This admission, I had no choice but to act.
But there was a choice. Why didn't you come to me? Together we could have come up with something. Some other course of action.
Because I didn't want you to know. I never wanted you to learn the truth because I feared you'd lose your faith. No. Sentinel Peralt's remarks were the first I'd heard of any secret room. I feared what you might learn there, so I scrambled to find an agent who might locate the room before you. I only had one contact who I knew may be able to do the job. Obviously, he did not succeed. I was pleased to learn that my decision did not result in his death, at the very least. That is news to me. A junior arbiter judging Tristan. I can't imagine you let that stand.
Killing one of Arcadia's future arbiters over a singular breach of rank would have been most tragic. But this is not the matter we're here to discuss.
How dare you! I would have rather done anything else. But the explicit reason that I had to act was out of my loyalty. The Supreme Arbiter did more than mentor us. She all but raised us as her own. There is not a step we took that she did not watch. A fact we know that she did not teach. And I killed her as a traitor. Damn you. Damn you 1,000 times. How can I not bear remorse for the slaying of one I considered my own kin? No matter what I do, I find myself reliving that moment whenever I close my eyes. Her sin was unforgivable to the Protectorate, but The Supreme Arbiter taught me that the Protectorate is the only family any of us would ever need. Yet, I have found little comfort within it since her passing.
I cannot believe what I am hearing. You know that I have to judge you. There's no other choice available to me. You're right. You're right. I can't let emotion get the better of me. This is not the first time we've encountered the paradoxical nature of Protectorate law. Each time we did, you convinced me to stay my hand. and I do not regret those I spared. Our prior conclusions inform my present feelings. I theoretically understand what Virgil did, for there was no proper decision he could make. But I cannot view this objectively. Virgil killed our mentor. It's madness. I cannot
I
simply
believe
let that
so.
stand.
Yeah.
Can I? You mistake my aim for one of vengeance. I still care deeply for Virgil. I do not blame him. But I must do what is just. Each encounter we have experienced together has left me torn. And this circumstance is more extreme than all others combined. But the law is clear on this. It is explicitly illegal for an inferior to execute their superior. The issue must be accelerated to a higher authority. But is addressing traitorism not the utmost priority of any arbiter? Is not the betrayal of everything we stand for more significant than a breach of protocol? The Supreme Arbiter taught us that conscience has no bearing in our role. But I suppose she has given me much reason to question her teachings. I cannot bring myself to execute my sworn brother. That sounds like the self-justification of a misanthrope. I suppose we'll simply have to wait and see if this decision was a horrible mistake. I know not what to make of the Supreme Arbiter's betrayal. I'll have to ruminate on it for some time. But that aside, I forgive you, Virgil. You are spared.
Would that I could forgive myself. I shall have to live with what I have done in the name of the Protectorate.
Virgil, you should take comfort in doing what was right. The Supreme Arbiter was a traitor. I believe her execution was just. And you should as well.
Just in the eyes of the Protectorate. But we've forever lost our mentor, our friend. And, I might add, if the Protectorate had its way, you or I would
I
presently
will say
lie
the
dead
companion
as well.
stories in
How
this
can I
one
see
are a
the
lot more
morality in
in
a
depth.
system that demands brothers, guardians, friends kill one another in its name?
Mm-hmm.
I know I should return your words vehemently. But today's revelations make it nigh impossible to know what to think.
1,000 words of thanks for meeting me here, Tristan. I know not what the future holds for us, but for the time being I must make myself scarce. Though, before I go, a parting gift. May Tristan make use of it better than I.
Go with the Sovereign's blessing, brother. And be careful. If you survive today only to be brought low by an agent of the Consul at a later point, I shall be most annoyed. Commander, this has all been draining. I need time to process what we've learned today. What I've done. Later, I hope we might discuss it.
For what? Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I did. Oof. I I think I gave it to Stellar Bay, but I can't remember if I was happy with that decision.
This unit is obligated to perform a weekly check-in on all crew members. How are you feeling, Arbiter Rao?
Mentally and emotionally stable, though that should come as no surprise. I shall note some slight physical discomfort. There's presently a rock in both of my boots, which I find the barest bit distracting. Also, due to a miscalculation when preparing for this outing, I note some slight chafing in my...
Oh, yeah, I gave it to Stellar Bay.
This is
Now
all
that sounds a little bit more familiar.
confident.
I'm gonna go back to the ship. I will say this is in this one I actually feel the companions actually like full quest line. I just finished my first one. In that one I just did it if I just happened to be in the same area as one of their quests. I'm close. Oh, I'm not even close to level now.
Commander, I've had some time to process what transpired with Virgil. Despite the manner of what Virgil has done, I cannot help but be glad I did not need to slay him. I can only hope he does not run afoul of further Sentinels. I still have much doubt about my path, but I don't believe Protectorate law is as ironclad as I once thought.
Jackie, you can go. He wants to lay with Lila, but she's in an awkward position, so he can't.
Having good intentions does not spare you. Doing what you think is right does not spare you. This cannot be justice. Yet what can I do? More than 100 years of Protectorate society cannot be changed by a lone body. Can it? No. That is a step too far. Despite its flaws, I still believe in the Protectorate, if only the central idea behind its founding. On any other day, your assertion would be an offense meriting extreme recompense. But for now, I will refuse to entertain it. Once Arcadia is no longer bathed in fire and blood, I will look upon this path again to see if it is tenable, which I have no doubt it shall be. I shall remain with the Protectorate, interpreting its laws through a moral instead of a punitive lens. Innocent until proven guilty is a novel concept, but it is worth a try.
It's okay, Papa. You can lay down. Oh, okay. You wanna... Okay. I paid attention to him. He's like, okay, no, I'll sit on your lap. How about that? I can't sit with Lila.
A drunken, disorderly subject once struck my faceplate with an electrical pitchball stick, resulting in a concussion. My head pounds worse now, but my heart feels lighter. When we began traveling together, I was not sure what to make of you. But your input throughout our time together has been invaluable. I deeply appreciate your hand in this investigation, Commander, and in entertaining my incertitude. Let us move forth to free Arcadia from injustice.
No. You're not gonna grab me on my neck. Jackie. He's trying to he wants to hoist himself up, so he's putting his paw on my neck and it's just gonna scratch me. Yeah.
Of your time, Commander. Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we're here and all, thought we might take it up now. Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. Now I'm out and about again. That's where the error occurred, I believe. Others judged it such. I shut it down. Believe I was wrong to do so. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. Hardly. Quite the opposite, in fact. She's one of the finest minds to ever grace the Order. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things. Get the Order back on its intended path. Do appreciate it, Commander.
Ow. Stop it. You've already scratched my neck by trying to climb. No.
See that spire? That's the archive right there. The archive.
Go. Hey, go, Jackie.
This graft ain't playing well with the cold. My whole damn arm's asleep.
I find your proposed time frame leisurely. Unaccountably so.
But going any faster grossly increases the threat of collapse. Burying us beneath the snow benefits no one.
So long as we are operating within the statistical parameters given to us. I see absolutely no reason.
Hello. Farewell. Thank you for this efficiently.
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Have you at least determined the cause?
Have you even done anything? Oh, you are worthless.
Of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers! Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire. Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Our
Oh,
problem,
Jaggy,
not
I mean,
yours.
Chiefy, I mean. How dare you? Today?
Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the Archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful. Never mind the rifts. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it.
Mm-hmm. He keeps on going back there. It's because Lila's laying that way. When she lays the opposite direction, he has no problem, like, getting in behind her. Because he normally enters where her head is right now, and he just can't figure out how to enter there. So now he's sitting in a little ball next
Avalanche
to
collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along
her. This
the
is only a
cliffside.
new thing, like in the last couple
Mind your
weeks,
step.
where they lay together up here. Only up here.
Auntie's choice makes much ado about it being a meritocracy, how they spread free trade, etc., ad nauseum. I'm skeptical.
Oh yeah? What made you into a skeptic? The grift, the backstabbing, the exploitation of the workforce?
Honestly, it was the shoddiness of the products.
Ah, well that's strategic. See, a new edition of the same product, with some shoddiness shaved away, always sells like pre-packaged hotcakes. Can't do that if your product is of top quality straight off the assembly line.
I'll admit that's an efficient strategy. Also, not a very charming one. I'll admit that too.
Your responses are always funny. Yeah. Is that a picture? Is that a picture of your conversation you've had with somebody? Oh, I thought you said that. Yeah, just to fuck with them. You only live once, right?
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. Use caution as you progress, since there's been reports of personnel in the area.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being the worst pain you can...
No homo, dude.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine...
And you can tell that's
hardly
Grinder,
an objective
too.
measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic.
Oh, sorry, Jackie. Yeah, because he decided to move as I was extending my legs.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not
What is with the anomalous behavior?
The ambient temperature is indeed below a critical threshold at all times.
Another object. Just, excuse me, I don't think you have the authorization. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted, but in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Damn it. Hurry, assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Return it again! Infuriating. Architect above. That was incredible. That small, portable device changed the state of the rift anomaly in an instant. From observing how the device operates and how the rift reacted to it, it seems to be using some kind of energy burst generated by a magnetic field to re-deregulate the structure of the field around the rift. Truly an astounding piece of technology. That's quite ingenious. The rifts are
It makes
unlike
it look
any
too
other
big,
phenomena
or
heretofore observed. We've still so much to learn. Would you consider allowing me the opportunity to open the casing and examine the inner workings?
Oh.
No, forget I asked. What a preposterous question. Thank you for the demonstration. It was most enlightening. You have given my team and I a good deal to think about, and to try and fit into our current theoretical framework. It seems rifts do not fit cleanly into our current
Yes,
understanding
I've noticed
of
that
the
you've lost
universal
weight.
equation.
Your neck and your belly.
Years of practical data gathering have taught me to simply stand aside and observe quietly.
And that second unknown variable was
I told
heavily
you.
armed.
I mean, I haven't said it maybe in a week or two, but I have said something to you. Well, next time I will make it more
Captain,
known that I'm making a
I
comment.
fear I have
I might have said you're looking good or something like that.
I have found a present And how did you sleep? Decidedly horrible. If it was any colder, I'd be dead. Those Protectorate loudspeakers playing all night remind me of the pre-schism days. I've been hearing them in my
I don't know who Auntie's Choice thinks they will convince with this poor quality propaganda, but I sure am grateful for the heat they provide.
Yeah. You said it.
I feel confident those weak-minded crabble kissers in the Protectorate would fall for it, though.
I wouldn't doubt that for it.
Holy mother of God, I could go all the way out there. Fucking couldn't have landed the ship closer. You should try to go back to sleep.
Wouldn't be wise wandering across that bridge.
Let me handle this. If you need a house call.
I'm the
Secondary vulnerabilities identified. Fortificator is charged. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Fortification in progress.
You still get tense. I get tense too, that's why my shoulders get so... Open sesame.
Sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. But then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is... emptiness. The Order speaks of humanity becoming something more, but their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death. The rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage. One last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
What's the point of coming down here? There's so many times in this game where I just go into a room and start looting, and I don't realize that there's somebody like in the back corner, and I get spotted.
Welcome.
Those protectorates gonna squeeze the scope this time. I feel like a sprat.
I'm open to ideas. What would you expect that they've done with the archive?
I said there's been so many times in this game where like I just enter like a room or something and I just start looting, and then I get spotted because there's somebody like in the very back corner sitting down in a chair.
I would rather have them scabbing.
I'm like, son of a bitch.
Welcome, distinguished consumer, to the Budweiser package choice. We hope you enjoy your ride.
For combatant analysis. On the way. Let's get you healed. Someone call for a medic.
Nothing up there. Running, running, running.
I spied some books with interesting covers in your room, Marisol. Don't suppose you ever lend them out?
Oh, you'd hardly be interested, dear. They're about Gaussian functions, atomical electrodynamics, very few illustrations. Not for lay people.
I don't know. That electrodynamics one sounds like a page-turner. Always found the volatility of minute fundamental forces.
Standing by to stupefy. Fix on their weakness. Taking the fight out of them. Taking them down.
Now, what was it we were jawing about? I don't know. That electrodynamics one sounds like a page-turner. Always found the volatility of minute fundamental forces fascinating during the science classes of my medical training.
Well, well, it appears I've misreckoned you, dear. Please borrow whatever tickles your academical fancy. As I was saying, well, it appears I've misreckoned
Wanna be
you,
what?
dear. Please borrow whatever tickles your academical fancy. I've a book on gravitational effects on ballistics you might find riveting.
And useful. I wouldn't mind learning more about them Gaussian functions, too. Good bunk time reading. Appreciate it, Marisol. This must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a lab in those caves. Whoa. Commander, hold up a moment. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. One of Auntie's, I'm certain, but this one ain't entirely familiar to me. Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker on your person. Reckon we'll need to find the signal's source. If it's not to do with the lab, I'll be damned. We should press on.
Protect your scopes for combatant analysis. Necessary vulnerabilities identified.
Alright, I think I found the lab.
What in the void? Law, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. And it don't get any easier. What happened here? He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see. I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now. These poor bastards must have been responding to it same as us. This must be the lab.
At least Auntie's Choice had the good sense to leave the back door operational. Can't say I'm yearning to see what they've done with the place, though.
I just want answers. Let's go.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
That's assuming he'd care. I'd give that roughly a 1 out of...
Ain't getting through that unscathed. Seriously. Don't send me in there.
See if my shield is strong enough.
What's... Hola, Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
Uh-huh. Now I extra want to kill this scientist.
Of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice, but Not this. Law. My heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but... No. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time. That's what I'm figuring. The graft placement and composition look exactly the same. And went wrong exactly the same, I'd reckon. Void, damn it. This poor man. The test subjects. Ortiz. All of them are dead. All of them left in ruin by the butchers running this place. All of them could have been me. No. My own procedure was above board. The dead weren't just cast about. The ward certainly didn't look like a blasted nightmare out of one of Niles' serials. No. No, I went in knowing the risks. But if I hadn't been accepted into the program then, and this opportunity presented itself today, all that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming. Or if they do, they leave him just lucid enough to answer a few questions. Let's go.
What are you doing?
Over here! These beasts have me pinned down! Handle them straight away, please! I cannot let my genius be wasted here!
Boy, damn coward. We'll see how you beg when we're face to face. Raring to go. Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just. Void. That must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help.
This game really does not let you be a jack of all trades. Yeah. Like, there's so much of it I haven't been able to do because I don't have my medical high enough, because I'm more science and hacking and engineering. And there's doors I can't get through because... Oh, sorry. Oh. Owie. Sorry I distracted you.
Poor things. Been there. unnerve me.
What did no one do that for?
Who? Oh, looking at
Another
your...
maintenance hatch above us, if we're apt to sneak about. Getting past those ursopods won't be easy. They turn mean real fast.
Yeah.
Taking the fight out of them. Back and stand. To the rescue. Sight unseen. After help. History. To the rescue. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. On their weaknesses. Back and stand. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Locking them down. They're benumbed.
Just healing. All targets. Thank the Lord, I'm saved. Release me at once, please. I'm so worried that nobody intercepted my distress signal.
Oh, we got his signal all right. Let's get the bastard.
I'd offer to bet on how this turns out, but I'm afraid the act might throw off my equations.
What? Not embarrassing, it happened. You're like, not to me. He's okay, but...
Armed and...
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Does that make you feel good that he's looking at your stuff all the time? Is he like your #1 fan?
There wasn't a person alive who could best the matriarch Ursopod. Yet, here you are. What a show!
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you are. What exquisite graft work. Might I trouble you for an examination?
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot. Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up for this project's first human trials. Rather hasty in hindsight. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I thought it a shame, and it seems I wasn't alone in that. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions. He's some manner of executive. I don't know his name or official title, I swear. My orders came down the long, long chain of command. I'm only doing what I was told.
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position. Your precious data is nothing compared to those you killed.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourned every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better. If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive.
That device any good at stopping a bullet?
Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, if you choose to brutalize me, all of my research and knowledge will be gone. Forever. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to stand in the way of progress? Of course I do. Ask your associate here if her grafting session was as pleasant as a creekside picnic. I acknowledge my subject's pain whilst also acknowledging its necessity. It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that had been lost in accidents, reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, mayhaps aging one day. It would be a boon
Oh,
to
congratulations.
humanity, and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't even start, Commander. I ain't keen on anything this man sells.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want. I'm not sure I should. If I accept such a bribe, what does that make me? Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't want your help. I will not benefit from the pain of others.
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? You're no more righteous than I. You simply looked away. Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot fail. Install one of them, and you'll see my earnest intent.
You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it, you may still become a most extraordinary specimen.
No, no. Stop talking. Stay there. Don't make any stupid moves, understand? The adults need to have a talk over here. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to make him pay for what he's done. And I can't shake the reasons I've seen to burn this place to the ground. But what if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again?
Because you've only done 1 or 2 like Laura Geller halls before, right?
I think you have the right of it. You felt that rage with me, Commander, back there in the lab with the soldier. Even now, we can see what could have been. I trust you more than anyone, I think. The fact you're of the same mind only bolsters my inclination. Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. I won't disrespect Ortiz or the other victims as such. But if we continue this research, know that it cannot, must not be like this. We can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. One can only know goodness if they're led by example. But if this doctor doesn't take direction, we'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit. Fine then. I'll accept whatever consequences may come. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight to Fairfield to Doc Tinsley. You want to continue your work, you'll follow her lead.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you. I won't forget this, I swear. I'll unlock the cases for you now, as promised. Take the graphs you like and let me know how they work out, won't you?
Make no mistake, I ain't doing this for my own gain. If you say you can help other folk, you best deliver on that promise. Let's get out of here before I change my mind.
No, I'm just traveling back to my ship. But I was in a conversation. This one does have me multiple times going like, ugh, did I pick the right choice? Because they're very like, they're both like somewhat immoral or whatever, and you're trying to do the better one. I'll look at that in a second. Yeah, I do. Ew. Yeah. Trying to remember where you are because I don't remember a part in that one where my shift was gone like that. Huh. Okay.
Nature made apples, but
I can't tell.
with Anti-Clio's patented mock apple cider.
Oh, good for her. Chiefy is not a small cat. The picture you sent? That is a big boy.
I'll wager the Vox relay had all kinds of protectorate.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here.
What? Oh yeah. Wake up.
Inez, have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I actually brought a few other grafting parts with me if you reckon my arm can handle a stitch or two.
Oh, these are pristine indeed. Is this of an ursopod? My, I haven't seen one of those in many years. Oh, and a mantis swarm hive. The hunting must be good wherever you ran off to.
Yeah, you could say that. Since Doc's given her blessing, which do you reckon I go with? The ursopod's mucus gland could absorb some incoming damage, if you don't mind getting a little sticky. The mantis swarm hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really. Then I'll choose the same. Just refrain from many slug jokes.
Ursopod is a wonderful choice. Hold still, dear. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future. But I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. By the by, where did you find these parts?
The black girl?
What is it, dear? You
You probably had her for a
well,
while.
a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know.
There's a grafting lab way out on Cloister that was still operational. Till recently. I found it, Doc. And... Law. I ain't seen any horrors like that.
Still operating? Inez, do you feel all right? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago. Any further funding would be in direct violation of Auntie's orders.
I know what I saw. They were brutalizing folk and creatures. Paying them no mind, giving them no honor, even if they succumb to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive. We spoke briefly, and I allowed him to live. On the condition that he redeems himself and uses his research for good.
But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all this.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery. His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you.
I just mean to have a little chat. I will be asking Willard to reform the grafting program. You heard from Dr. Rasmussen, right? I spared him and his research for this purpose. If there's good to be had from the program, then Willard needs to invest in that good. And you're my first choice to lead the new program.
You honor me. I did receive a message from a Rasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. But...
What, the damage, or...?
It would bring purpose back into my work. All of Fairfield knows as well as I that I've been craving it for some time. And if it helps folk like Inez, I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been. But it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, what you are doing is noble, and I wish you the greatest of successes.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you get those grafting tools ready, because I ain't intending to fail.
Level 24. Incognito is the name of the ship in this one. Is he not?
Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a moment? We got the intel we need, Commander. The undisputed claims our destination. If we find this Willard and convince him to use this grafting research for folks' betterment, well then, all this hurt we've seen will have counted for something. Been doing some thinking about what happened in the lab. I went there to kill that man for what he did to Ortiz, and instead, let him walk away with his research. I know you never liked dealing with Auntie's choice. Seems you're right not to. But I still think we got a real shot here of making things better. Auntie's choice can't be trusted on their own with this research, that's clear. But if someone like me were to guide them, maybe they can be shaped into what I thought they were. If they could actually help folk like they claimed they would when they liberated Tau Ceti, it'd make life better for anyone. Elsewise, there'll only be more victims in their wake. Ain't just saying that, are you? Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I would take action, that I'd remedy the betrayal both of us faced. If he were here now, he'd understand, I think. Are you with me? Thanks, Commander. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Let's just see what Willard's got to say, all right?
Marisol settling nicely? Well, I assume so. I'm actually a little scared to ask. She's like a character from the Zane and Buddy serials come to life. I mean, the end point? Tell me that don't just scream lead ne'er-do-well in a suspenseful two-parter. Maybe don't tell her I said that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah? What's needling you?
Only if I... You know, I don't know names like
I was
that.
forgetting something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're all yours if you want them. I had some trouble adjusting in the years after Horizon Point. I was in pain more times than I wasn't. Had trouble sleeping. The drinks helped. Until they didn't. I will. Just so long as you promise not to take notes or nothing. I'm not some patient or specimen, Commander. Just so we're clear. For those first few years, every time I laid down and closed my eyes, I went back there, to Horizon Point. I'd swear I could feel the explosion again, the heat coming at me. I'd wake suddenly in the middle of the night, startling at nothing. Sweating like I'd run a race. Sometimes Zeb set up with me. He told me I'd get better with time, and I did. The sedatives he was occasionally able to get his hands on didn't hurt neither. Anyway, that was the past. I'm good now. I found other ways to cope. Healthier ones. I'm not sure anyone would consider that healthy. When I'm not out there heroically saving the colony, I like to tinker around the ship or work on Val. I exercise. Been considering taking up cross-stitch. What do you think? Just remember you said that the next time I'm puttering around at odd hours making a racket. And thanks. Was there anything else you needed, Commander? Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. Sure thing. I trust you've got particular...
Come on. What? Well, that's good. What? What do you mean? You waited? Yeah. You can also hit the options button and force the idle camera. Oh. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why am I going in here? That's why. To the point where you're at. I did that for Crimson Desert because for a part of it I spent so much time just doing extra stuff. Oh, probably once the expansions come out. But it is one that I would not mind actually just playing again. I liked it that much.
Always remember.
What?
Commercialism
I
is the
don't
foundation
know.
that Auntie's Choice Society.
It doesn't even remotely sound
Is
funny.
based upon, not because we were
worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process.
From pop guns to self-propelled
Hmm. Like she just doesn't have any conversation.
You need a good set of armor before someone succeeds in ventilating you.
You have the look of someone with murderous intent, but no munitions to make it happen. Let's fix that for you.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, I think I just...
Oh yeah, this one was pretty fast too. Don't you do it!
10% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice. Business is good.
Stop that scrounging around.
Portfolio is diversified, but we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. Excessive corporate malfeasance, the only division that earns us less when they walk raw. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14
You cannot be here. My contract stipulates that this lab door remains locked at all times. I am not to be disturbed. Ha! That's funny, considering the heaps of times I've been called such. Is that so strange? The program I was hired for is highly confidential. I don't see why the vice president wouldn't take such measures. Why, I cannot even speak to him directly. Though I presume he also possesses an aversion to the smell of formaldehyde. He goes pale and ducks into his office the moment he sees me.
Well, that ain't right. Neither his managerial manner nor your working conditions. But once we get this program reworked, you won't have to worry about this anymore.
Oh, no. No, I don't want change. I love my work. I love this place. The smell of copper, the texture of viscera. There's nothing like it.
Minded of customers, we have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few.
So am I. My gut's roiling something fierce.
Why this art's beauty is lost on so many folk I'll never understand. Anyhow, I've much work to do. Please ensure the door is locked when you leave.
Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's Choice or its subsidiary companies, and the eating of said parasite absolves Auntie's Choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy. The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacers Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's Choice! Darlings! We won! Hostile takeover this! Right back at you!
I'm Auntie Cleo, and I endorse this message. Attention valued employees. Auntie here to brighten your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with product development.
What?
Marketing wizard selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements. Sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter-over-quarter.
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. The position's been open for more than 2 days, and already productivity is tanked by 149.4%. You want the role, it's yours, but I'm not budging on those hourly rates.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the
Yes.
scientists who work with him on Cloister?
I like
are
her like
cold
big
on the
heavy
lab
attack
floor?
that she does.
Both, obviously. Unless you mean to tell me a graft like yours can install itself. Now, do you want the job or not? We're burning Starlight.
As your chief executive, I've fostered a healthy cutthroat rivalry between our top divisions.
Decent? I'll have you know that profits were forecast to be in the billions in my assessment last quarter.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Look, we found your lab on Cloister. A friend of mine who succumbed to his graft sent me there to put an end to your work. It was, well, it was damn troubling. But after speaking with your doc, I came to see that the program's got much potential. If we shift focus, reform our work, grafts could better the lives for all folk. Rasmussen's now with Doc Tinsley in Fairfield, and they're ready to restart this work if we can get your agreement. No more killing, much more progress. What do you say?
I see someone failed out of the anti-Cleo School of Persuasion. Why would I ever pursue something so dull as reform? How does it serve me?
Loosen what up? Yeah, the little switch back there. Yeah.
Troopers are getting maimed in battle, and many civvies are getting sick from lack of food, clean water. Folk feel helpless. Grafts could treat all that. Some creatures can regrow limbs and safely consume tainted goods. If we give folk those same abilities, they won't have anything to fear. They can heal from all the wars done to them.
Ah, I see now. With grafts, our employees can get back to work faster and for longer hours. You might have led with that. It's brilliant. But there is one small fly in the soup. Who exactly are you to dictate to me what we should be doing? I did not even know your name before you stepped through this door.
When I joined up in Tau Ceti, I was promised that if I proved myself, demonstrated exceptionalism, the moment would come where I could make a pitch for my own future. I helped hunt down the fiend who destroyed our base on Golden Ridge, fought off countless Protectorate besides. So yeah, I'd say the moment I'm owed has arrived.
Fine. Perhaps there is an opportunity here to expand our user base. But we can only pursue such a thing if we secure the funding. I could approach my business partner to this end,
Not that hard.
but I will require proof that this little reformation of yours is a viable investment. As such, you need to prove that a grafted trooper can achieve what the average one cannot.
You say that as though you have something in mind.
I do. The commander of our fortified position on Praetor has been chomping at the bit for a show of force. To rally the troops in our market share, so to speak. He will have all the minute details, of course, but assisting him and demonstrating your prowess will give us the leverage we need.
Yep. No, just my hip. Oh, did he actually die? I thought he was having full-blown conversations with people just the other day. I know, I'm saying that because the Republicans for days have been saying that he's perfectly fine.
I could tell you possessed a
He's
modicum
a
of
asshole
business sense.
senator
Head
from
to Praetor. I'll send a
Kentucky.
reporter with camera drones to meet you there and debrief with our ground forces.
Hold on. You didn't say anything about this being filmed.
Heroism is nothing without exciting footage and a talking head to sell it to the masses. So do make sure you put on a good show. Off you go, then.
And just getting started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited.
That's Mitch McConnell. Yeah, he hasn't died yet.
The T-zones then. Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? That will put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport with
I mean, he's probably not.
sounds like red ink to ante. Our tossball teams
Yeah.
play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas in last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I pit our least bankable tossball team
I haven't heard any news.
its entire roster of pitchball pushovers.
Just a wee little one. Because you are who you are. Ignore. Michelin. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm talking about Mitch McConnell. President Obama is not going to lose any sleep over his death. Let's just put it that way. Alright, I'm back in a minute. I need to go use the restroom.